I guess so.
All right, let's get started.
Just sit down over there and keep your fingers crossed.
See you on the other side.
This looks pretty unsafe. I played The Evil Within. I know exactly what happens. There's a mission in Fallout 3 kind of similar to this when you're in like a dream zone. I'm standing by.
Initiating brainwave migration between the transplant and the host. Mnemonic activity coming from the transplant. It's degenerated, but it's there. We're going to load you into the strongest memories we can find. They might not be stable. Just hold on.
What was that DLC in Fallout 3, like this winter one? It might remind me
Can
of
you
that.
hear me? Ah, good. The simulation appears to be working, although the memories are quite fragmentary. I'll try to step you through the intact memories and hope we find one that gives us some clue to the Institute's location.
Are we still playing Fallout?
There.
What is going on?
This is the earliest intact memory I can find. Remember, you are experiencing these memories as Kellogg. This may prove disorienting at first.
Mom knew how it was. She wasn't soft, but she loved me in her way. And she protected me from Dad. That cost her more than a few beatings. I never knew what happened to her after I left. I didn't want to know.
This
Not
doesn't
that.
seem to be what we're looking for. There appears to be another intact memory close to you in temporal sequence. There. Try that one.
I was the worst thing that ever happened to her. If she'd never met me, she'd have stayed in the hub, maybe hooked up with someone who didn't kill people for a living. Probably been happier than she was with me. Almost certainly lived longer.
That's not really what we
Let's
want.
keep looking. I'll connect you to the next intact memory.
How did you think this was gonna end, Kellogg? You thought you could just fuck with us, and we wouldn't fuck with you? Just so you know, they died like dogs. And you weren't there to help them.
I found another memory to try. I'll connect you.
I wish I wasn't invisible at times.
There was always a job for someone like me. Didn't matter what it was. Didn't matter who I was supposed to kill. I got pretty good at it.
Well, we seem to be getting closer. Try this next one.
Mr. Kellogg, I'm glad you decided to meet with me.
I finally ended up in the Commonwealth. I kinda ran out of road. Plus, I'd come to terms with life. I wasn't gonna be stupid enough to get mixed up with caring about other people again. You heard all sorts of rumors about the Institute, but I figured they were just a convenient boogeyman for anything bad that ever happened. They were real, all right. They didn't know anything about operating on the surface. Relied on their synths for everything. They had the resources I needed, and I had the expertise they needed. Turned into a permanent arrangement, which suited me just fine.
Getting warmer. One of these has got to tell us something. We're running out of brain here. There's one that looks mostly intact. Connecting now.
I was now the Institute's main operator in the Commonwealth. If they needed something done, they came to me. It wasn't usual for anybody from the Institute to come along on a mission, so this one stood out. The eggheads never liked taking orders from a dirty, contaminated degenerate like me. But they needed me, and I made sure they knew it.
Vault computers are
I
still
found another intact memory. Whenever you're ready. Is that your
This whole
son?
setup in Diamond City
This
was
appears
part
to
of
be a
some
very
elaborate
recent memory.
plan of the old man's.
Good news, I think.
Seems obvious now that we were bait for our friend from the vault. Timing couldn't have been an accident. It's not how the old man works. I wonder if he outsmarted me in the end. Another loose end tied up. Wasn't my idea to settle down with the kid in the middle of Diamond City. I thought it was a terrible idea, actually. But it was one of the old man's pet projects, so here we were. Me and the kid. Like a happy little family. I ended up kind of liking it. A reminder of what my life might have been if things had turned out differently. But there's no going back. I knew it was just temporary. It'd be back to normal business before too long.
You know, the newspaper. Oh boy, Piper has really done it this time. I mean, I'm not saying.
Wasn't my idea to settle down with the... This whole setup in Diamond City was part of some elaborate plan of the old man's. Seems obvious now that we were bait for our friend from the vault. Timing couldn't have been an accident. It's not how the old man works. I wonder if he outsmarted me in the end.
There's an
Another loose
invisible
end
wall.
tied up.
Is there another path, or is that it? There's nowhere to go except jump.
Kellogg.
It's okay. One of these days you're gonna get your head blown off just barging in here like that.
Minimizing my exposure to civilians is a priority.
Forget I said anything. So what's the big crisis this time?
New orders for you. One of our scientists has left the Institute.
Left? As in...
He's gone rogue. Name's Dr. Brian Virgil. We know he's hiding somewhere in the glowing sea. Here's his file.
Wow. Some heads are gonna roll for this. Capture and return, or just elimination?
Elimination. He was working on a highly classified program.
No kidding. One of the top bioscience boys? Damn. So, I guess you're taking the kid back with you.
Affirmative. Your only mission is to locate and eliminate Virgil.
You're taking me home to my father?
Yes. Stand next to me and hold still.
Okay.
X688. Ready to relay with Sean.
Bye, Mr. Kellogg. I hope I see you again soon.
Bye.
Teleportation. Now it all makes sense. Nobody's found the entrance to the Institute because there is no entrance. Let me pull you out of there as soon as you're ready.
I'm ready.
Mainly, the public, occurrences?
Ooh, that was kind of creepy and kind of cool at the same time.
Slow movements, okay? I don't know what kind of side effects the procedure might have had. No one's ever done this before. How do you feel?
Amari.
Let's start over. How are you feeling?
I'm okay, Doctor. Thank you.
That's good, but I want you to keep monitoring yourself. We have to be sure there's no long-term damage. Are you ready to talk about what happened in there?
We got what we needed. The Institute uses teleportation to get in and out.
Yes, their greatest secret has finally been revealed. But that only leads to more questions. How does it work? Where do we go next?
That scientist Kellogg was supposed to track down. Virgil, we need to find him.
You're right. A rogue Institute scientist could answer all kinds of questions. Where did the memory say he was? The glowing sea? That doesn't make sense. No one goes there. Not even if they were desperate.
Why? What makes the glowing sea so dangerous?
The name says it all. Radiation. So much that nothing there could possibly live. Nothing pleasant. Navigating radioactive hazards is nothing new. But the glowing sea can kill a man in seconds. That's why it doesn't make sense. Virgil fleeing into that hell. The exposure alone.
That's why he's there. To make the Institute think twice about following him.
That must be it. He's using the radiation in the glowing sea like a shield, or a cloak. A way to throw them off and be at an advantage. If Virgil found a way to survive there, you'll have to do the same. If you're going to follow him.
How do I fight that much radiation, Doctor?
There are chemical compounds. Rad-X, Radaway. You'd need as much as you could carry. Maybe more. A sealed environment suit would be great, if you could find one. Or maybe one of those suits of power armor? That would be perfect.
I'll find a way to get through the rads. Don't worry.
Good luck. And be safe. By the way, I unplugged Mr. Valentine first. Removed the implant while you were waking up. He's waiting for you upstairs.
Well, I don't know how to make a power suit, but we have one back in the sanctuary. And I think it's damaged, though.
Hey,
Just let me know.
Piper.
You hungry? These always keep me going.
Your thoughts?
You know, you are some kind of dedicated. I wouldn't want to share a beer with Kellogg, let alone a brain.
Are things all right between us?
I suppose things are all right. Just feels like we could be doing more for folks out here, you know?
That's all.
All right.
Alrighty, so we are going upstairs to talk to Nick again. We shouldn't be stealing anything in here.
The memory den's not accepting new clients right now, sweetheart.
I feel like something bad is about to happen. Usually when you leave places, like shit's on fire, there's a fight going out.
Gather around. Let's kick the breeze back. Shoot the fat. Now I know you all are doing your own thing.
Alright, let me see. What do I have to do? Actually, let's quick... actually, hold on. Where's that one? Ooh, that's pretty far away. Okay, so we could do some side missions. There's a lot to discover. Yeah, we can go over... Meet the Minutemen near the castle.
But I don't want it.
We might be traveling for a bit because I want to meet the Minutemen. We'll do some side missions now, just to level up a bit so we don't get too crazy out of there. Alrighty, let's see. We'll take this off so I only have one marker to follow and I don't get confused.
Who's that? You were so dead.
You see that? That was better than expected.
Why does the mutant dog give more XP than the regular guy?
And they look mad. Of course they always look mad. I can carry something if you need me to.
It's fine. Not yet. I do want to discover more places just to... Oh god. Ooh, that was bad. Our radiation just went up like a lot.
Let's get this over with, shall we?
Cannot sit while I'm in combat. Alrighty. We have to meet the Minutemen.
Watch it.
Oh! I'm not sure how to get there. Is there a bridge? I see a bridge. What is that? It's actually kind of dangerous. Like, the radiation, if you played Fallout 3 and New Vegas, it actually wasn't that bad.
Protect and serve.
Like, you could sit in the water for a while and not take that much damage in radiation. And this one, it just goes up really quickly. That looks like death. Uh-oh. Where is the Radaway? How did they get here? There's so much radiation. Why is that thing glowing? Why is there a spotlight? Is that the moon? It's not the moon.
Huh? What's that? Someone there?
Thunder roof.
Who's there?
Something's going off like it's a bomb or something. God, more water. That's so bad. Is there really no other way to cross? Oh, that was actually kind of rough. You can't even go into any of these houses either. Vons? Hello. I don't really use the mines.
Excuse me. Everyone's here, General. There it is. Pretty impressive, huh? Its real name is Fort Independence, but the Minutemen always just called it the castle. Now you can see why I wanted to take it back.
Definitely. For 600 years old, it's in pretty good shape.
That's right. They don't make them like they used to. We take this place back, people will know we mean business. Our primary objective is to clear the courtyard. That's where we should see the most opposition. The wall on this side is the most exposed. But if we circle around south, we could also reach the main gate.
What are we waiting for? Let's just get in there and shoot those lobsters.
No. If we split up, we can flank them from both sides. It'll be like shooting fish in a barrel.
Why not let them come to us? We set up a firing line on this side and you can draw them out.
Well, General, what do you think?
Set up a firing line, and I'll draw them out.
Sounds good. We'll hold back and wait for them to come to us. Just don't get yourself trapped in there. All right, people. You heard the General. Let's move out. Try not to draw their attention until we're in position.
What if I want to draw their attention?
Been a long time since the Minutemen lost this place. The years haven't been good to it.
We're almost to the next level. I'm gonna actually do a hard save.